Let's go. Let's roll that dough. Let's roll that dough. Do 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 do. Hear what I see. Hear what I see. Hear what I said before. Welcome to you. Welcome to the show, everyone. Every night and day. Let's talk about turtle beers. Brighter than in California. There's all topic. There's all to What is up?
Hey now.
Yo,
Yo, yo,
all of
yo, yo, yo.
hey, hey, all of them are on a stream right now. Our good friend Bobby Fran is doing a show right now, doing a 24-hour stream.
That's awesome.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say welcome to the show, the greatest of all time, referee, wrestler, been in the business for more than 2 decades, almost 3 decades.
True enough.
And you've also worked on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. You've worked on all these shows, and you are the master of the King's English. And so I want to go over I want to tell you this. I should have had this ready to go. All right, we watched the last time we did the show. We watched the Heartbreaker match. If there's anything that you want us to play, let me know.
Yes. Yes. We're going to check out Dylan Cage versus Johnny Heartbreaker.
All right, I want to check one of your matches if you don't.
Oh, no, it's in there. It's in there. Watch it. Dude, trust me on this, brother. You're never going to see anything better than what you're about to see. If you check out the Dylan Cage versus Johnny Heartbreaker, it's from my show. I promoted it. I can't, because it's so small, I can't see. It's from July 7th of 2003. I don't know if it says it there on the date. Man, if that match is not there, I'll freak out. I got more matches, but this match in particular holds so much weight.
Dylan Cage versus Johnny Heartbreaker.
Yes. Is it there?
Hold on. It made him. Crap.
Take it easy. We're not going anywhere, brother. There's no rush. It's a relaxing Saturday afternoon.
Dylan Cage versus Johnny Heartbreaker. There's a.
There it is.
There's also.
Let it rip, Tater Chip. I'll walk you through it.
Coming down the aisle first from Orange
That's
County,
my friend Milk Logan doing the ring
weighing in
announcement.
200 pounds. Here
We'll let
is
Dylan
sudden
Cage come down.
impact. Dylan Cage.
This is my first show I ever won. My show. PCCW stands for Paper City Championship Wrestling. Holyoke is the Paper City. So that's how I gave it the name. So this is one of my friends, Sudden Impact Dylan Cage. Now, obviously, he's a heel. I'm refereeing this match as a even-keeled referee.
Is the music copyrighted?
This is good music. It's Cottonmouth Kings. So we don't need to hear the music. The music isn't important. What's important is my talking and my telling you the story. So if we could go to about halfway through this match, I'll take it to the next level. Because now we know Dylan Cage, and now we know we already met Johnny Heartbreaker last time. There he is again, Mr. Muscles. I really don't like him that much, and he doesn't like me either. But he's a local guy, and he goes to our wrestling school, so I use them on the show. Now let's go halfway. Let's go to the halfway point, right in the middle. We're gonna get towards the end of this match. So if you go to the middle, like dead center, right in the middle of everything, and you'll see throughout this
when you
match.
say middle, this is a 23-minute, and it's actually 2 matches in one. So
Right. So I want you to see the beginning. I want you to see the end of this match into the beginning of the next.
You got anything to say about this?
I don't know what's going on right now. What's he doing? Why is he so mad?
Oh, hold on.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you something now. So because I don't like, I'm just gonna be very candid and open. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Because I don't like Johnny Heartbreaker, as a promoter, I booked him in the finish to take one kick to the head and then get pinned by Dylan Cage's foot. Now, if you know anything about wrestling, you know if you get pinned by one foot, what's more disgraceful than that?
Yeah.
So just go a little bit further. The match, you don't need to see the match. I mean, I'll just tell you throughout the match, Dylan Cage is messing with me as a referee. He's pushing me around. He's messing with me the whole match. It's kind of unfair. I'm doing my job, but look, he's getting mad at me. It's about to be really good. Oh, see, he went to clothesline me and I ducked, but then Johnny Heartbreaker went into his comeback. Dylan Cage is so good, he can make anybody look good. Blue Thunder Driver. Keep in mind, back in 2003, we're doing moves that are relevant in wrestling today. We're doing them 20 years ago, brother. We were revolutionizing wrestling before anybody. We're coming up to the finish soon. There's that cutter. Yeah, that's one of his moves. See, my counts are fair. My counts are fair. Here we go with the finish. Watch. That's it. He's going to fall. He's going to pin him with 1 foot. Just straight. Now pause. Oh, too late. Back up a little bit, a couple frames. Are you able to zoom?
No.
All right. So I want you to pause. I want you to notice something. There's a blonde girl back there where like the ramp goes up we're heading into the building. Do you see that blonde girl back there?
Yeah.
That's Velvet Sky. Now, I brought Velvet Sky into the wrestling business. I met her before she was 18. She said she wanted to train. I said, when you turn 18, hit me up. A year later, she hit me up and she said she was ready to train. She traveled out from Waterbury, Connecticut every day to go to the ring with me, and I beat her up just like she was a man because I wanted to train her the right way. I didn't want her to come in like a diva or a girl that needs to show her body to get over. So she drove an hour up every day and drove an hour home after she got beat up every single practice. And we did this for like 6 months until I felt like she was good enough to introduce to the promoters and get her working, right?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't know that there was a wrestling school in her hometown of Waterbury, Connecticut, which I introduced her to. I said, all right, you stay out there. We'll come out to you. So I sent her to the school. Dylan Cage, this guy wrestling, he was one of the big wigs at the school. It was actually Jason Knight's wrestling school. You remember Jason Knight?
The sexiest man in ECW.
Yeah. So it's his wrestling school. Now, what he did is he exploited women. He drank beer at wrestling practice. They all got effed up on pills and drugs. That's just how he ran his business. Not saying it's a bad thing, but that's just what he did. So I said, be careful. If you start getting involved with these people, they're going to want to take nude pictures of you. You're going to do drugs, and it's all bad from here. I also warned Dylan Cage. I said, if you try to take this girl from me, I'm going to punch you in your face. Well, guess what? I separated my shoulder that night at that practice. 3 months later, him and the Velvet Sky were living together. And the rest is history. She went on to go with Hurricane, Chris Sabin. She jumped to Bully Ray and wherever she is now. I know she got sick. I hope she's better. I'm praying for her.
She was in NWA. She was in NWA
she's done. She's already done. She gave she terminated herself for some reason she wouldn't say. But here's the key. You notice she's back there. She's not in the ring. And you know why? Because I refused to let her work on my show because she stabbed me in the back. Now, I did let Dylan Cage, even though we have a problem, I did let him win this match with 1 foot on. Now watch what happens. This is the best. This will be the best. I'm so excited for you to see this, Jake. Just let it rip.
I actually have to mute that because it's music.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
don't
all.
know the artist.
The music's going to end at some point. You're going to hear the crowd. You got to hear the crowd. Listen. Put it. There's no more music. You got to hear the crowd. Here we go.
You know, I hope I don't get copyright claimed for that. Oh!
Now watch. I don't do 10. I do 9, and then I bite them. I'll tell you why if you want me to tell you.
Whoa!
See, I still got the pop from the 10 count. This is one of the greatest things you've ever seen. What happens next right here? Just watch. Just watch what I do. And think about it just as you.
All right. I'm about to
You won't
mute
get
that.
copyrighted for this song. Nobody knows this song. This is my best friend coming down to save my ass. Chi Cruz. Look at this stuff that we're doing. We were revolutionizing wrestling 20 years ago with stuff that nobody was doing.
TKO.
So me and Chi, we've been friends for years. We hang out together all day. We play video games. We were smoking weed. We were getting crazy. And he helps me up. He mans me up. I'm beat. I got my ass kicked. Yeah. Yippee yo. You missed the best part. Way to go, buddy. Back it up. You screwed up. You ruined the whole turn.
Whoa!
Years in the making. Nobody expected that. Now, nobody knows why he's mad. Do you want to listen to his promo, or do you want me to explain it in simple terms? Jake, do you want to listen to his promo, or do you want me to explain it so we can move things along?
What?
Do you want me to explain why he turned on me, or do you just want to hear him explain it?
Why?
Because I'm running the show, and I promised him that I'd have a superstar there for him to wrestle. You know, he's saying some kind of WCW, WWF legend, right? He got to the building, and I didn't even have a match for him. But he's still my friend, so I offered him to come to the show. He's just there kind of hanging out. He came down and he saved my ass, but now he turned on me, and I don't know why, and nobody else knows why. So he explains it when he takes the microphone. He says that I promised him a superstar to wrestle. He came there. He didn't even have a match. So what he's going to do now is he's going to issue an open challenge to anybody to come down to wrestle him. And even in my current state of abuse, he's going to make me ref it. Now, don't go too far because you don't want to ruin the surprise, but let's see what happens. We want to see who comes down to answer the challenge. There you go.
You know what the thing is? It's like, you know, these people, you know, this is the thing with wrestlers now. It's like they want that instant paycheck. They want to earn that money, but sometimes you don't have, you have so many people that you have certain spots you have to fill. You have certain.
Well, you know what's even funnier is the fact that legends cost a lot of money. And this is my first show, so I wasn't going to break the bank. Now, on the flip of that, you'll have legends show up to your show that aren't booked, and they'll say, I'm here. And you'll say, well, I can't use you. I didn't know you were coming. I don't have the money. Well, I'm here. You better pay me. And if you're a young promoter, the legends will take advantage of you and get that money. There's really bad, dirty, some of them, not all of them. 75, 80% are all great, phenomenal people that know a lot and share their wisdom and help the young people, and they're great. But there's that element of terrible, disgusting carnies, we'll call them. And they come and they'll go to, especially down south, they'll go to a show and they'll say, hey, I'm here, pay me. And the promoter says, I didn't even know you were coming. I can't afford you. Well, you better pay me. I'm here.
Somebody wrestle. And I look back there and there's nobody for me to wrestle. Just me and show, I don't care. I will shut up. And I talk to you.
I'm trying to I'm having to stop to say this because you know you were there, you were sitting there, you promoted this. You know, the thing is, it's like this is something that I wanted to talk about more. Is like with wrestling, a couple years ago, I had a guy by the name of the American Roughneck. He wrestled for in New Jersey, and but because of Harry Barnett, but I just want to say to anybody that watches this show, I'm having to, and by the way, if this gets copyright claimed, I will have to mute it in the post production. So in post.
Let me tell you, Jake, the more you talk about it, the more you're inviting it. If you don't mention it, nobody's going to think about it, and we're just going to keep moving.
All right, let's see.
Shut up, dude. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to you. This is not for your entertainment. I was wrong. Huh? So that's what I do for you, Joe. So I can make my money that I earn. You know what I mean? I challenge any one of those jokers back there to a wrestling match. Since you couldn't provide a superstar.
A superstar, that's the key word. All this is in my head. This is all my writing. Every motion, every word, everything is I've written and I've dictated it. And I paid for it to happen. Like playing with action figures, but I'm playing with humans. Wait till you see who his opponent is, the superstar.
Oh, you gonna wrestle me? Huh? I am not, and I repeat, not gonna wrestle no ref.
This isn't a dictation. He's not going to wrestle no ref. Look at the back of my shirt. It says superstar. I'm the superstar, bitch.
We know you're in the match because it's right there, jackass. You know you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
Look, right there. It says it's the Dylan Cage versus Johnny Heartbreaker and Chi versus you.
Right. But you don't know how.
Oh, Facebreaker! Was that a Facebreaker or a Facebuster? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. My pink did it again. The buttons are so easy to push. They go so easy. It's a belly to back reverse face buster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Think about that. 20 years ago, who was doing that? Who's doing it now? Nobody.
The only people I saw do it is the Bellas or the Garcias.
Really? They did that move?
They do a face buster.
Like out of a belly to back into a sit out?
No.
Oh. And then a roll over into a pin out of the same move? I think that's groundbreaking. I come up with all this, bro. That's why I'm so proud of this. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Because not only did I do it, not only did I act it out, but I conceived it. Everything that you just saw, everything that you're hearing, all came from here. Like writing a TV show, like writing a movie. But we just went out and we acted it once. We didn't take 120 takes to do it. And it's phenomenal. If you see I mean, you can fast forward a little bit if you want, but I guess there's not much left. I'm sure you want to see what happens.
By the way, I want to get this done we might only have an hour to try to get this done. I will try to keep it under an hour.
I would. But that means you got 42 minutes of content more to fill.
Sorry if I'm skipping a few things. I'm just trying to, because this match, you
missed everything. You missed everything. You missed absolutely everything. But it's okay. He hurt me so much with that because I didn't know that was coming.
Wait a minute. So do you realize that could have been the reason why you're in the hospital bed now? It's because of
No, it's nothing like that. My situation is dealing with infection and parasite based. It's nothing it's not anything physical that was done. It was something gross that snuck into my body somehow. Whether it came in, it had to come in through my foot because that's where the problem started. But
All right.
again, there's no diagnosis, so. We can let it ride from here and just finish it off. There's no need to skip anymore because there's not much left. Look at the strength. I'm no small man. He helped me up. Hesitation suplex. But I'm still in the game, baby. I'm so excited to see what happens next. I think he's going to hit me with a side slam with the referee's ass right in the way.
Who is the referee, by the way? Who is the referee?
Chris Santone. He's from Maine.
All right.
I picked him because you see how funny looking his face is? That's why when Chi-Chi challenged anybody from the back, I wanted to have a runt-looking, Shrek-looking man come down. This is the best part. By all means, this is the best part. This is the move that I created that nobody else has done before this. And now so many people do it in wrestling. It's the most hoard-out move in wrestling. AJ Styles does it. Adam, whatever his name is, does it. Adam something, Adam Cole. This move right here.
Oh, what they call a blue demon bomb or something like that?
They've called it the Yuji Goroshi, and they're giving credit to a Japanese guy that started wrestling in 2004, let alone when he started actually performing moves. I did that in 2002. So sorry, you did it.
Sorry to interrupt. How many people have you? Because on the one of the last episodes we talked about sometime you were here, you said you knew Vincent and from Ring of Honor. You said
which one? Oh yeah. I worked with him for as long as he's been around. When he came into wrestling, he was pretending to be Randy Orton. He wore these tiny little trunks and he got sleeve tattoos up and down his arms. And then as he grew up, he became Jeff Hardy. So he started wearing the arm sleeves and more tattoos and funny hair and gauges in his ears. And I always liked the kid. I never had any problem with the kid. He's awesome.
You also worked with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett.
Yeah, those are all the guys from up here. Even Jay Lethal from Jersey. I've worked with everybody. So there's nobody you can say that I haven't worked with except for Andre the Giant and Randy Savage because they died before I had the opportunity to work with them. But every single person, you name it, I've been in the ring with them. You name it. Try to get me on one.
Jerry Lawler?
Yep. I'm down in Memphis. I worked on his show.
Have you worked with what's his name? The guy that did you work with his son?
Brian Christopher?
Brian.
Yeah, I worked with him on an indie show. He's phenomenal. He's funny though. All he does is play jokes and pranks the whole time.
Do you know who Dustin Starr is?
Never heard of him.
So you never wrestled him.
Yeah,
he wrestled the Memphis. He was the Memphis days. He was part of Memphis Wrestling, and now he runs Memphis Wrestling over in Memphis.
Kick ass. Who do you ever beat?
I think he's been in here. Here's the problem. I have not seen any of his matches. His matches. He's had stuff with Bill Dundee. He's had stuff.
Superstar Bill Dundee. Hell yeah. Do you remember the character Bill Dundee played in WCW?
Only thing I remember is Superstar Bill Dundee in the Memphis days.
Yeah, he came down with William Regal and he played his not like a butler, but kind of like an aristocratic type snob gimmick, Bill Dundee. I can't remember the name of the character in WCW though. It was dumb, whatever it was. Hey, he might have even called himself Bill Dundee, but if you have your computer right there and you want to look it up, you can. If not, we can finish this match. It's almost done. Just search Bill Dundee, WCW, if you want.
All right.
We got our double down here. We're on my comeback. Get excited. It's going to be hot, Jake. It's going to be hot. You hear the crowd? Holyoke Joe. Holyoke Joe. It's something to get a whole crowd of people to chant your name.
Sir William?
How many people? Oh, Sir William, really? That's who he was. So easy. Here we go. I got some good punches, boy.
Did you guys have medics there? Do you guys have medics at their show?
No. I didn't. They're supposed to have a police officer. They're supposed to have all this. I'm ghetto, bro. Here we go. Super kick. It's speed. I should have went for a cover there, but I didn't. I regret not going for a cover. I picked him up instead for the dopest pile driver in wrestling. Nobody jumps. I jump. Everybody just falls back. I jump. I got him.
On the rope.
Fuck that, bro. What do I got to do to beat this guy?
Yeah, the thing is, here's the thing. A lot of times, I've seen people do that. They'll put their foot on the ropes just to get leverage in a pin.
Well, let me teach you something here. Let me teach you why. You probably know this already, but I'll tell you why the foot on the rope is so prevalent and why and how it's used properly. The reason for the foot on the rope in that situation was to keep my pile driver strong, meaning he didn't have the strength or the power to kick out of the pile driver, but because he positions himself near the ropes, he could put his foot. He has enough power to put his foot on the rope, but he doesn't have enough power to kick out of my pile driver. If he kicks out of my pile driver,
I do recommend that. I do just want to say that a lot of the stuff you guys are watching, these were trained professional wrestlers. Do not try any of the shit these guys are doing like pile drivers. You can get seriously hurt or maimed because of this.
I trained for a year before I did anything, and I was still the shits. I needed to learn by practicing and working in front of people and working with people better than me, because that's the only way that you get great is by working with people that are better with you. If you stick with people that suck and we stick with shit, you start to smell like shit. So that's when you got to draw your line in the sand, whether it's entertainment, television, movies, streaming, podcasting, wrestling, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
If you want to be around people better than you so you can elevate yourself. If you're around people that are the shits, that are garbage, that are dragging you down, they need to go. And you just need to find better people. You'll never go to the library in a book called
hey,
Greatest Failures of All Time.
We got 2 minutes in this video.
Come on, that was 3.
I was 3. I should have won. What am I going to hit him with now? I have no idea. Oh, Sister Abigail, way before anybody ever did it. Once again, I called that move for him to do to me because it's easy to take.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm going to bring it back. 20 years ago, okay? So this movie you're about to see now is nothing nowadays because everybody does it. But 20 years ago, only Brock Lesnar was doing that move.
Shooting Star. That's the Shooting Star press, right?
20 years ago.
Hey, brother, I'm sorry. I actually have to do something here. Owen, have a nice day.
Do what you got to do.
This guy is an idiot. The guy. Oh, I will let you know. I will let's finish this match, and I'll address why I banned this person.
Let's hear about it. I want to know.
Basically, Owen is the guy that ruined Wrestle Champs for me.
Okay.
Me and Owen did a show on Boombastic Media with Matt. And I love Matt. I love Boombastic Media, but I cannot work with Owen anymore. I cannot.
Why don't you bring him on? Why, does he want to come on?
No, I'm not bringing this guy on. I don't want nothing to do with him because of how he treats everybody. I now know that he's a scumbag. He's a piece of shit. I wish him well in his future endeavors, but I'm done.
What does he have to say about this? What did he say in the chat?
No, let's go to this match. Let's go to this match.
It's already done. He already won. That's another thing. As a booker, as a promoter, you don't put yourself over. I'd be ashamed of myself if I made myself win on the show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I booked myself to lose.
Who's Tanya Cornell?
She's the camera girl. She used to have a business called TC Tapes.
Yeah. All right.
She's the only way you'll be ever be able to see any of my stuff, because much like you couldn't find that stuff of Austin Dunn or whatever his name is, because we all wrestled in an era before everything was captured on video. So if if you dig in there at some of her stuff, you'll see that I got so much stuff in there with so many names. We're with like Ivar from, like, he's Johnny, Handsome Johnny, but Ivar from WWF, and you'll see Tommaso Ciampa. He's another guy from out here. All these guys that are relevant on TV now, I worked with them all when they were brand new. That guy, Chi Cruz, he holds wins over AJ Styles and Kofi Kingston. He pinned them both before they became anything.
Mercedes Martinez?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. I worked with every. I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunity that I had throughout my life. So blessed. My 40 years before I landed in this situation were better than anything anybody could ever dream of.
I just subbed to Tanya's channel. Tanya's channel. And by the way, to the people that are asking why are we watching old wrestling? This is Holyoke Joe right here. This is Holyoke.
The reason why we're watching old wrestling is because we're trying to draw a parallel. We're trying to make a point. The stuff that you just saw was 20 years old, yet it looked just like if it was wrestling from today. The moves that we were doing 20 years ago became the moves of today. But I don't get no credit for it. Never have I ever. And on the flip side of it, I'm actually blackballed semi in the wrestling business and hated by lots and lots of people, just like in the Bubba Love Sponge show. I am so hated. I got blocked again yesterday. I was in a Bubba Army group in Facebook, and I got blocked from there yesterday. Every day it's somewhere else I'm being blocked, banned, canceled from.
Joe Holyoke, is that you? Joe Holyoke?
No, that's an actor in a guy-on-guy porn movie.
All right, here's what
that's Joe Holyoke.
This is a backyard match. You want to watch this one?
No, I'm nothing to do with that. I wish that wasn't even up there. Although, if you do see it, I'm wearing my Bubba Army hoodie, keeping it real. But these guys, they gave me some free weed, so I went out there and I had some fun with them in the woods, and we got drunk and hammered and stoned and whatever. That's the old days. That's the old me.
Hey, Holyoke. By the way, Holyoke PD taser used with stolen gun.
What is that?
I was talking about Holyoke PD.
Oh, yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, but one of the things, like I was telling you before.
You know what you should watch, Jake? You should Google or search rather on YouTube, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels tag. That's what you should search. Simply put, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels tag. It's from one of the only times they tagged up.
It's WWE, and I know I'm going to get blocked for it.
Even with no sound?
Yeah, it's because it's video.
Okay.
Because they have ways to do it, but I want to say this. I want to ask this. When you worked your show, did you ever ask the person that they where they trained at, or did you train them?
I knew all the guys. They were all from my wrestling school that I went to, or they were from other shows that I worked on in Connecticut or Maine or Vermont or New Hampshire or New Jersey or New York. So I just picked the best from all different regions, and I brought them all together and introduced them to the people in Holyoke. It was tremendous.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've always want to say this is don't do pile drivers. That's actually a banned move in Tennessee. That's actually a banned move in Tennessee because
you're right.
It could hurt people. It could hurt people.
For the longest time, if you did a pile driver in a match, you'd get disqualified. Remember the old rule: if you threw the guy over the top rope, you'd get disqualified.
Yeah,
that's the old Southern rule too in WCW, NWA.
Yeah,
but like everything else, wrestling evolves, man, and that's why these people that say Tony Schiavone has been around 30 years and Jim Ross 30 years they've been around, they're the best. Well, they're not the best anymore because wrestling has evolved. So they were the best in their time. Gordon Soley was the best in his time. But right now, they don't know what the moves are. They don't know how to sell the modern day stories. They just sound like pathetic old men rambling about the yesteryear. And frankly, I'm sick of it. I want to hear new blood. I like Ian Riccaboni. I like Matt Stryker. I like, they changed the SmackDown crew to Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. I love Corey Graves. And they put Pat McAfee over on Raw. Pat McAfee's excitement and energy is unmistakable and just incredible. Absolutely. They're doing some great, great moves, man. It's time for change. That's why they started using a lot of that NXT people on big time TV now. Tiffany Stratton made her debut last night on SmackDown on the main event. She got to wrestle Mia Yim. So that's awesome for her. And then, you know what happened last night at the end of SmackDown?
Yeah, what?
Cody Rhodes was going to tell us who he's challenging, who he's using his Royal Rumble match winner, his win, who he's going to cash in the title gimmick against. It's either going to be Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins, right? Champions.
I'm letting Velvet know. I'm actually doing a tweet right now, and I'm tagging her in it.
Who's that?
Velvet Sky.
Oh, yeah? I wouldn't. I didn't have the nicest things to say about her, so I wouldn't. We didn't close up on her anyway. She's barely even visible in the back. That's not the move. Trust me.
All right.
Do what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just telling you, we really didn't show her in the video. If you zoomed in and showed her, that'd be a different story. But from what everybody got to see, her lurking in the background there on that little that ain't cutting it. When I watch it on my phone, though, I can zoom right in and I can show, like, bam, unmistakable.
Yeah, I also want to put something out, like we're talking wrestling and stuff, and this is he was there at that event.
Yeah, I guarantee you this: you will never hear anybody talk wrestling the way that I do, because nobody has the experience that I do, for one, and those that do, they don't sell out the business. They're not going to talk about the behind the scenes shit. They're not going to tell you the inner workings of little idiosyncrasies of the wrestling business that just are mind blowing. Stuff that people just see and take for granted. Like, have you ever heard of a Dusty finish?
A what?
It's called the Dusty finish. It's something Dusty Rhodes used to do when he was promoting shows down south. He did it in every town, night after night after night. A Dusty finish is when you have the title match. You have the world championship at the main event, right? And let's say you got the heel is the champion, the babyface, the good guy, is wrestling for the title. Well, in the middle of the match, towards the end of the match, you get a ref bump. The ref takes the bump. Bam, he's out. Now, the babyface makes the cover. Another referee runs down. 1, 2, 3, new champion, right? Everybody's excited. The referee that got knocked down stands up and throws that arm down. No way. They hit me. He's disqualified, and obviously belt doesn't change hands on disqualification, right? So night after night, the people believe they got a new champion. The babyface won the belt every night, and every night Dusty took it away from him by doing this finish. So it's not something that's really done that much nowadays. It's fun to see. All we do on wrestling is replicate what's already been done. So that's all wrestling is nowadays. I mean, very, very few and far between you'll get a new idea. And that's why I like NXT, the way Shawn Michaels runs NXT, because you get new stuff, fresh stuff that you've never seen before or even thought of. And they're pulling it out, and they're pulling out every week. AEW is so boring, man. The crowd's dead. You got they show you there's a lot of people, but if you look online, you see what's really going on in that arena. There's more empty seats than there are full. And MJF's gone. Once MJF left, that's the end, bro. I mean, there's really nothing to look forward to except for Jericho. Sting's gone the next month. Like, what? AEW is just an independent wrestling company that has television rights. That's all. But they got something good tonight.
Yeah.
They got the wrestlers from CMLL. They got the 4 luchadors coming in tonight on Collision, and these guys are good.
Yeah.
These guys are fun. So they do good things. They brought El Hijo del Vikingo. They got Penta El Cero Miedo. They used to have Ray Fenix. I don't know what he's heard or where the hell he's been.
You got you also have, and here's the thing, a lot of the people there, at Impact, we are, this is something that I've always said, it's like you got to realize that these people, some of these companies, you have CMLL, you have AAA, you have all this shit.
Coffee was delicious.
Hey, all right, this is something that I want to talk about. I want to have you on the show more because we can go over this. You were the freshest mind in the business, and I also saved that video so I can watch it on my own time because I really like backyard wrestling. I'm a connoisseur of backyard wrestling.
That's cool. If you
And
enjoy it, then great. But take it as this. What I showed you already, what we saw yesterday, was top
yeah,
notch quality wrestling that belongs on television. It's that good. With the
yeah,
angles,
some of the backyard wrestling sucks.
it does
I've
suck.
been
It does suck. That video you watch is kind of
grainy,
disgraceful.
grainy.
It's horrible. The stuff that they're doing is horrible. The ropes are garden hoses. They're loose as hell. It's not safe. No, the guys have no idea what they're doing to one another, and they probably hurt themselves multiple times. So that's something
Yeah.
I would never say watching here because that's just a
We never, by the way, we
horrible
never
example.
support, and here's the thing. I love what Grim is doing, Dave over in New Jersey, Grim's Toy Show, GTS Wrestling. I love what he's doing. I love what BTW is doing. I support BTW because they got trained over there. They're trained wrestlers. You
Now, when
see
you
these
say
guys in
BTW, who's that?
BTW versus the World Wrestling, formerly known as Vintage Technical Wrestling out of North Carolina.
Never heard of
They
him. See, we have a BTW up here, Big Time Wrestling, and I worked for
B.
them
I
for
said
many
B,
years.
B, not B, B. Like, ma'am.
I got you. VTW.
Yeah. Not. I hope anyone's watching this can leave a like on the video, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. All right, I'm gonna end. I know we said an hour, but I just want to end.
I didn't need an hour. We got everything we needed to get done in 45, and you really can't beat that. Less than 45.
Yeah.
Better than anything. I know you were just talking about getting likes and follows and this and that. Well, I'm going to repurpose this across all my socials so everybody gets to know because this is one for the books. This was
Yeah,
top
by the way,
notch.
I did tweet. I did tweet. Did put your Twitter and what this will be. This will be going on our. I'm gonna when I get this on the download. When I download it, I'll put it on our social on our not social media, on our audio platforms.
Did
Spreaker will
anybody
be
in the
on.
chat have anything good to say during this?
Wasn't middle aged gamer wasn't just incredible from that same area?
I got to work with Justin Credible, become great friends with Justin Credible. I worked all of his matches anytime because I really, really hold Justin Credible way up here. Justin Credible and Shawn
Night
Michaels are
Pile
so much alike
Driver.
in my book.
And the thing is, here's the thing: there's not a lot of people that are working in the business now that are that. Here's the thing: if you watch wrestling now, it's a bunch of flips and shit.
It's acrobatics.
Yeah.
It's not wrestling.
But now it's like anybody that does wrestling, I do recommend you go get training. Don't go and train yourself. Go get some real training. Go to a
And even
wrestling
if you
school.
go and get real training, don't go for 2 months, quit, and then call yourself a professional wrestler because your mom and dad had got money and bought you gear, and now you start shopping yourself around as a wrestler. That's the worst thing, and it's happening a lot, Jake. It's happening a real lot. And I want to say one more thing before we end. I hold myself in high regards. I do call myself the nucleus of professional wrestling for the mind that I have and the experience that I have in wrestling. I've devoted my entire life to wrestling. That may make me a loser in some people's eyes, but I'm passionate about what I do, what I love, and I'm the fucking best in the world at it. Not because I said so, but because everybody else, every show that I went to, all the names, all the guys that were new, and everyone in between, they all said, go to Joe. You got a question? Go to Joe. He's got the answer. This guy is the fucking man. This guy knows what's up. And I always had the answer. And everything I always did worked.
All right.
So I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm only telling you what they told me, brother. It's been real. It's been fun. But it hasn't been real fun. God bless.
What's up, guys? Thank you guys very much for coming. This will be within the hour. We'll be on our social media, on our audio platforms. Thank you guys very much. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I hope you guys enjoyed I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Be true to yourself. Be true to others. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now. Sorry about the loud noise. Love you guys. Bye, guys. By the way,